Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to Episode 8 of Forgecraft2 Season 8. I have just tweaked the Munch-Do configuration that I made last episode, and this mana pool is filling up pretty darn quickly, if I do say so myself. I do want to upgrade my mana spreaders because I think they're just a little bit slow with regards to keeping up. You can see the Munch-Dos are starting to fill up with mana, but they can't. So each Munch-Do is associated with one spreader here, and the spreaders are upgraded to transfer as much as they can, but they're like the lowest form of spreader, so we need a better one. But you can see the Munch-Dos are starting to gain a little bit of mana, meaning that they're filling up. So once the Munch-Dos do fill up, they're going to be unable to eat the leaves. And the way they work is once they can't eat a leaf, they have like a cooldown period, which is like a minute or two, it seems, maybe even a little bit longer, I'm not quite sure. But for now, like, holy cow, I just filled up like a quarter of a mana pool in like moments. It is awesome. I want to see like how much. I mean, I'm obviously burning through leaves as well. Like, I want to upgrade this dude. Maybe have some more leaf storage. The way this is configured is actually pretty cool. I'm pretty sure I covered it last episode. This guy's shearing leaves. This guy is not shearing leaves. They're both running, and we're dumping into here only apples and wood, so that basically when we fill up on saplings or if we fill up on leaves, you know, they won't dump into a trash can, which means they'll backstuff the harvester, and that harvester will basically shut itself off. Not bad, right? Might want to put a sound muffler down here, because this does get a little bit loud. See, look, they just filled up, right? So the Munch-Dos are clearing themselves out now, but I'm guessing that they all filled themselves up. So they have activated that cooldown period, which means they're not going to be able to eat any more leaves for a moment. But that's all right, because we got like almost half a mana pool in a couple minutes. So I sense Vasky's probably yelling at me pretty hard right now, but that's okay. Sorry, Vasky. I need to do these things. It's in my DNA. Anyway, so I'll probably leave that running. I might do a little bit of Botania stuff today, where I'd like to get just a few more mana pools worth of storage, get some sparks going. I wouldn't mind jumping up and getting myself access to, you know, the Botania Dimension thing, so I can go ahead and start getting some upgraded mana spreaders, which would make the system even more efficient. And I'll probably set that up in this area somewhere. I'm thinking like right on this wall might be a perfect spot for that. I could probably build it like right here, and then behind here have like the mana pylons and stuff. So we'll see. There's a couple things I'm going to want to work towards there, obviously. And then once we get that done, I'm going to start working towards a few other things for the workshop. Unfortunately, Sauron's not around for today's episode. He should be back next episode. He had PAX Prime and all that stuff, so he was taking a little bit of time off from streaming, I think, and he'll be back next episode. So no Sauron today, which means I can probably get actual work done. All right, guys, we will be back in a minute. I do want to go check on, maybe I'll check on Sauron's base, how far he's progressed. We don't have quite much of a base that we can live in yet. Yeah, so he's doing the Atlantis build, which is pretty cool, but I think we're not quite ready to move in just yet. This thing doesn't really work so well. Zoom. Oh, wow, it actually worked for a change. Nice. It's never worked before. Neat. Wow, that is a giant dark room with monsters in it. Nice. Yeah, we have clearly a lot to do. I don't know why he's clearing this out with a filler rather than, like, a quarry, but that's okay. I don't question what Sauron does. He knows what he's doing. He's building the base, I'm building the workshop, and then once, oh good, he did put a magnum torch here, so that at least prevents some mobs from spawning. Once we do get the base ready to live in, maybe next episode or the one after, we'll probably be setting up a base and building some cool stuff over there. But like I said, today I want to work on expanding the workshop. I'm not quite sure which setup I'll go with next. Maybe some other kind of nifty system that people will want. Maybe I'll ask some guys on the server. All right, like I said, back in a moment. Want to keep an eye on things here. All right, guys, we're back, and working in the workshop here, Vaygrim stopped by. How's it going, Vaygrim Chicken?
Cluck, cluck.
Am I right in thinking that you are being a chicken throughout, like, the entire series?
Yes. Is it absurd? Probably. But it's fun.
Okay.
It's a different kind of a build.
I like it. I'm cool with it. Sign me up. So you have a gift for us, and I've built a building to commemorate your gift.
I do indeed.
Oh boy, there's things.
I
Oh
think
my.
I think that ended up in your inventory. There we go. I have a very confined construction this season, which means I don't have a lot of overhead space, and I thought the workshop might be able to make use of a BC Silicon laser setup.
I like that. Yeah, we could definitely use that in the workshop, I think. I'm thinking... So we talked about this a little bit. There's actually quite a lot new in BC Silicon.
A lot.
Yeah, like there's robots and stuff, and I would like to check them out. There's like zero documentation on how they work, so I might have to spend some time off camera like learning them. But this is at least like a good starting point. So obviously we have the assembly table for making things, but there's four other table types. There's the advanced crafting table, which I'm not counting because it says it's depreciated, but there's an integration table, a charging table, a programming table, and a stamping table. So I figured we would lay them all out here. I don't know. I'm guessing charging table just like charges stuff.
I think that is literally for charging equipment and charging robots before you get out into the field.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that may not need to be adjacent to a chest. And if that's the case, then maybe the charger can go like there. And then the other three can kind of go around this chest, but we'll kind of play it by ear.
Yeah, that's what I figure. I know that the basic assembly table is needed in order to make chips for all the other tables, so that's the starting point.
Nice. Oh, Invar has an exchange value, an EMC value? I like that.
Yeah, it does. Electrum and Invar both.
Lead doesn't, though. Come on. Why no lead?
Which I think is weird.
That is weird. I thought lead did.
It did, as I've transmuted it this season.
Maybe.
Actually?
Oh, you know what? The lead ingot from Industrial Craft does, but the lead ingot from Factorization does not.
How about the thermal expansion one?
Immersive Engineering does not. And Railcraft does not.
I think the TE one does.
Thermal Expansion does.
Okay, that's the one I've been doing because I'm
Yeah.
using all. I try to use all TE ores anyway if possible.
Yeah. The problem is that it doesn't like let me EMC flux ducts.
Oh yeah.
Which stinks. Also, I guess hardened glass, hardened aluminum glass. Let's see. Hardened glass also has an exchange value. That's interesting. So I guess thermal expansion had a bunch of EMC values. That's cool. How do you like the little hut I built there, Mr. Tfox?
I like it. I'm kind of impressed with your building skills this season.
I'm getting there.
Like I like how you've retrofitted buildings. You know, actually this one wasn't here, was it? You built
No,
this
I
building.
just built that one.
Nice.
So it's not terrible.
It fits the aesthetic very well.
It does. It matches everything great.
Nice.
Of course, it all looks huge from my perspective, but
You know, it'd really look good is if
What's
you
that?
turn that diamond chest into an obsidian chest, it'd match everything.
Oh, that wouldn't be a terrible idea.
Good point. Ooh, somebody donated an uncrafting table. I just noticed that.
Ooh, I
know, I
want
don't
to throw
know.
my wand through there.
Yeah.
See,
I'm
that
gonna
looks
go get
good.
some
All
experience.
covered up and stuff.
Yes, it does. It looks really nice. Very clean.
Yeah, I can't even tell. Yeah.
Look at Dyer getting all fancy.
I know. I'm trying, dude. I'm trying. Gotta make people happy. I have to figure out how I want to do power. I wouldn't mind having like a central power station in the workshop here that like produces it all. Like right now, obviously our only power output is this lava setup.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind having like a central power station that like feeds out to everywhere else.
Yeah, like if you did something like over where the well is or something, you could run power, the immersive engineering power lines out to all the buildings might be kind of cool.
Yeah, that might be neat.
Since it's like
We
you've
could make
got
a
the whole
windmill
village
tower.
theme. That's true, you could, yeah.
What's that?
Make a windmill tower. Put one on each side. You can actually have 4 of those wind turbines going.
Yeah. You know, some of these giant over here, these like,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
that might be a good spot for some wind turbines. That
Yeah,
might be cool.
that could work.
There's
We could
so
get some
many
water mills
villages.
if we wanted to.
That's cool. I got to get into immersive engineering again this season. That's a plan. But right now we're working on BC Silicon, so I need to just run power, and I'll just do that in a haphazardish way.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
once
head
we
back
get
to
some,
my base and get some XP so I can use it on crafting table.
have fun.
See you, dude.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, once we get some chips made, we can start working on the other tables. Once we get the other tables made, we can start working on some robots and see what part of the world we want to devastate first.
Yeah, I don't have any idea how any of those robots work. I'll be totally
I
honest.
have vague notions.
Yeah, that's about where I'm at. I played with them like in 6 when it was like an alpha, and it was confusing. And I'm guessing they're probably better now, but I have no idea.
Yeah, I've used them. It's been a couple months, but they worked a lot better than they used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a lot more reliable in 7. They'll actually stick to the areas you designate for them, stuff like that.
Yeah, I finally started building my factory. I'm going with a nice, like, futuristic, kind of modern factory of some sort.
Oh, yeah?
I think it'll turn out pretty neat. Yeah, I've got just my starter home in the middle. I'm going to tear that down once I get everything moved over to the factory. Stick more of, like, a theme.
Alright, I need a few more hardened flux ducts, which shouldn't be too hard to get.
If you need any resources or anything from the workshop or whatever, feel free to hook yourself to my base. I have everything.
Cool, thanks, dude.
Yeah, no worries. Where's that on crafting table? Oh, I see it. Never mind.
Yeah,
Everything
I'm trying to
except
do it all
chickens.
myself. I kind of like to give myself that challenge. Though I'm wondering where my invar went. I must have used it lately. Didn't I make a bunch?
Oh yeah, I got the super builder's wand. Nice.
Oh, you already have one of those like fancy pseudo envision sigil thingies?
Oh yeah, I did that day too. I kind of power built a little bit in the beginning of this one, so I got my flying wings and stuff day 2, and all my my flux armor. I actually have it finally all set up where like the flux armor I can auto craft with my system and all now, which is pretty neat.
Oh, that's cool. Maybe I will swing by.
I do love this. I want to do something with these really bad this season.
Yeah.
The teleporting things.
They're cool, aren't they?
Yeah, I just watched your episode last night, actually, when you did them. Yeah, and I was like, okay, I can handle that. Definitely got to do something with them.
Yeah. No, I'm very pleased with how that turned out.
I really wish we... I need to remind Pymar of that, but I want to ask him if it's okay if I throw Project Red into incoming all but the mechanical.
Oh, yeah. Do we
It'd be
have,
nice to have,
like, the stuff yet from Project Red at all? Or not yet?
We don't have any of it. And he keeps saying he needs to drop it in, so I'm just going to say, like, do you mind if I drop it in so we can get it done quick? Because it would be nice to have it in. Like, if anything, just for the gates, you know?
Right. All right, so these lasers should be up and running, by the way. I have some redstone. I'll just test it. Ta-da!
Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
Nice.
240 RF per tick. 280, sorry. 360?
Yeah,
Okay, that looks like all the lasers online.
I agree.
They're all blue, so I think that means they're at their maximum.
Colors are overrated, T-Fox.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I forgot. Well, I can assure you they were blue.
I'll
I like
take
your
word
sunglasses,
for
by
it.
the way.
Thank you.
Oh, do I have a hat on? No, I don't.
Yeah, it's a
even have
sharp-looking
hat.
chicken.
I need a hat.
I made some of the decorative stuff from Botania, and I was saddened to determine that it doesn't show up in chicken form.
Oh, that stinks.
Oh,
I wanted to be a chicken with a bow tie.
That would be cool. All right, so this is all hooked up and running. That's cool. All right, I think we're in good shape. So I'll come back in a minute. I'm not sure if I want to try and spend a little time with the robot stuff, or at least making a couple more tables here. And maybe I'll get to work on the power system for the workshop, because like the basic lava setup that we have right here is functional but needs expanding, because I keep like none of my other systems are actually properly powered. I've just been moving energy cells back and forth, so we need like real proper power lines and stuff. So maybe we'll get into immersive engineering for that bit. So we'll come back in a minute. All right, guys, we are back, and Tfox now has a gift for the workshop. Oh man, Tfox, you got some cool stuff in here. Some immersive engineering stuff?
Yes.
Nice. I like it. So I mentioned just a minute ago how I was thinking about having like a central power plant, and Tfox stepped up and hooked us up with a bunch of goodies. So I think what we're going to do is make this building right here the power plant, and kind of run immersive engineering cables throughout the workshop to power all the different buildings and things. Does that sound like a cool idea? I feel like it does.
Yeah, it sounds like a great idea to me, for sure. I think it'll look cool. It'll kind of complement, because there's like little buildings everywhere, and you know, what little village doesn't have a ton of power lines running through it?
Right. So we're going to want a good number of HV wire connectors, and we're also going to want, or MV wire connectors, right, the medium voltage, and then some electrum wire coils. So electrum wire coils just need regular old sticks, so that's easy enough. I have a bunch of those in electrum. And then that's all we really need, right, is the connectors and the wires? Like, we're not going to really do much else.
I was going to suggest making a bunch of the wooden posts from Immersive Engineering, because they really look nice and they're good. The wires only have a certain distance. I think with the electrum wires, you can only go up to a maximum of 16 blocks. It might even be less than that. Okay. So we need to have... Is it 16? Okay, so we need to have a little post to be able to hold the connectors.
Okay.
And the wooden posts look really, really nice from Immersive Engineering. So I would say make some of those. That's why I brought over the creosote, because you need to make treated wood.
Okay.
And then while you're at it, you'll probably want to go in and make the tool that's required for Immersive Engineering, which is the engineer's hammer.
Okay.
That'll allow you to interact with some of the stuff. So.
Cool. Yeah, I know I played with it a bit last season. And then I probably forgot many of the aspects of how it works, but I do have a pretty good idea of how things were. So let's see, where is that engineer's hammer? Engineer's skyhook? Oh, it's not implemented yet? I wanted that now.
It is.
Can I make it now?
The tooltip is misleading, but yes, you can make it.
Nice. I need
Oh.
steel,
The only
though.
thing that isn't implemented is the upgrades for it.
Gotcha. I do need steel, though, but I can get that in a minute. I'm going to set up like the steel production in the workshop, too, so we can have that. There it is, engineer's hammer. I just need a piece of string. That's cool. So let's see. String.
Let me check Soren's AE. String.
I got
yes,
one.
he's got 4. Oh, you got it? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So Tfox, you wouldn't have happened to have found an IE villager yet, would you?
I haven't actually looked, so no, I have not.
Okay. Because I can't find it myself.
Alright, so it's just wood planks around the creosote. Cool. I'm gonna make another set.
Yeah,
of
so
those.
to get started in immersive engineering, really the first thing you want to do is work up to a to a coke oven, because you do use a lot of that creosote for things like your windmills and your water mills, and we're not using that for power this go around. But if you were starting with, you definitely want to get some of those basic
definitely
things up right away, because it takes time to make that stuff. The creosote it is a little bit faster than the railcraft versions of the ovens, but it still takes some time.
Yeah. There needs to be like high-powered versions of those that are like zoom.
There is.
That you give RF to or something.
No, there is the industrial coke oven, which is part of the immersive integration add-on. We actually have that in our suggestions list. It just hasn't been pushed yet.
Oh yeah, I voted yes to that actually.
Yep, it's done by Unwritten Fun. He's a
Yeah, I'm
good
not
buddy of
opposed
mine.
to a
He's
faster
good
way
at
to
it,
make
like-
steel and creosote. That's for sure.
problem with the industrial coke oven as it stands right now is that it takes like 3,600 steel to make, because no
That's
one
a lot.
ever really bothered to think about the recipe. So in the
That's
end,
a
it's
lot of
like,
steel.
yeah, I could make this easily in creative. Oh right, people don't usually use creative, do they?
No, that's true.
So it's a bit pricey as of yet.
So I'm going to disassemble my existing power system. And
I'm going to take off my magnet while I'm thinking about it right now, so you don't yell at me.
okay, good idea. Is that what you have?
I know.
I'll have to get another ender tank because the only thing I have going here is the igneous extruder for the obsidian. But to be honest with you, we've got 64 stacks of obsidian right now, so I can probably just get rid of this.
Yeah. Or I can go grab your ender tank. It's up to you.
Nah, it's alright. I'll be alright. So this will eventually be an anchor point for that power coming in, and I might... You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a redstone energy cell here. And I'm going to go snag the one that I have underneath my tree farm.
Well, I'll go make
one.
Okay, yeah. Is that a redstone energy one, the one underneath here?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I'll just upgrade that, and then I'm thinking, do I want to use hardened energy conduits for inside the room there? I probably will.
Let me go get you something better.
You know what? I'll just pump directly. I won't even use energy conduits. What I'll do...
Oh, you could just put the thing right on the energy cell itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So I was thinking having like one magmatic dynamo here and one here. And then the energy cell will be input on the bottom, output on the top. Right?
Yep, and then we could put a anchor right on top. And then basically the way IE works, which is kind of cool, is if you give it a connection, like if you give it an open connection, so if you get rid of this and you put a power pole out there and you connect your coil wire and it makes a connection, you could see it, then you can then place blocks back here to make it look pretty, and the wire will just go through the wood.
Right.
If that makes sense.
It just renders a bit funny because of the lighting.
Right. But that is an option.
So I'll put my MV wire connector here.
I've got an axe. There you go.
Thanks. Yeah, I left my thing somewhere. I went mining between this last segment and this one, and then lost where I was. So, do we want it to go out this side? Yeah, that shouldn't be too bad, because most things will probably be on this side of the workshop. I mean, we can always, if we do have some machines over here that require power, I'll put a third system over there. And what I might eventually do is have another 2 magmatic dynamos in here pumping into the sides of these resonant energy cells. So the energy cells will be like buffers for the power. Now the MV coils can really only transfer what, 1024 RF a tick?
Yeah, so you may want to go ahead and set your energy cell to that max output.
Yeah.
You can set it down to say 1,000, and then you don't have to worry about ever having any loss.
Well, I mean, there won't be loss. It's not going to
matter.
lose the power, right? It'll only draw 1,000.
Not with just one. Yeah. So
yeah,
you're
so I
fine.
think we'll be right.
So if you want to make a pole, we could put like a pole right here to run both the wires into.
Okay.
And then we could just kind of just string them around. We need one to go to the lasers. We need one to go here. We're going to need one to go over to the tree farm as well, right?
Yeah. Well, what if I just put one here? Would this reach?
Yeah, as long as it's within 16 blocks. Yep. And now we can go ahead and cover this up, and boom.
Well, you know what? If we want... Let me put the pole in. Is there a shorter version of a pole?
There is, like, anchors, or what are they called, Blue?
Wall mounts.
Brackets. Wall mounts. That's what we probably should make for those. Let's look those up. Wall mounts.
Makes a bit of fence, I think.
Yes, the wooden wall mount. Maybe make a couple of those, Dyer, and then you could, like, put it on the side of this building, and it'd look a lot better.
Yeah, wall mounts. They look cool.
Works great on walls.
Can I have 2 MV wire connectors on one wall mount?
No, I think you can only have one.
All mounts only have one direction. The posts have been changed so that the arms can connect upwards and downwards.
Cool.
Well, what if you took, like, this leg here, and you use this just for the tree farm for now, and then we take the other leg and we run it over to the workshop and the lasers?
That should do.
Yeah, for now, I mean.
So let's try that with the wall mount. Oh, I see how that goes.
Yeah, you did it as a floor mount.
It's a bit like stair placement.
So I'm thinking something like this. Like that, right?
Yep.
And then
You could put a pole like right here on this corner, maybe.
yeah, that might be good. Would I be able to get it this far? This might work.
Yeah, you can definitely go that far. Nice.
Cool. And then, or do I want, or would I want the wall mount? Actually might look really cool.
Yeah, you might as well, actually. We can move this wall mount closer if you need to. If it doesn't reach there, it should, though.
I think it will, yeah. I need my axe back because that is going to help me a lot.
Engineer's hammers are also really fast at breaking those stuff.
Oh, are they? Okay, cool.
Oh, good to know.
At least
Know
for
that.
the steel stuff. I'm not sure if I made it for the wood.
Yeah, that's kind of what I want. This wall mount to look like that.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Does that look
I know,
cool?
I almost, like, we should get this one pointing up as well. I don't know how, though. That's fine.
No, I think it looks good like that.
Yeah, and then you just need a connection point for your, I guess, your harvesters and your...
Yeah. I'm thinking what I'll do then is right here I can place this. I guess Is that a flux? Okay, cool. That explains that. So that's a fluctuating. I want that to be hardened. I'll mount this here to I'm wondering if I can mount it to here. No, I can obstruct it. Okay. How's my power on this thing, by the way? These guys should be getting low. I'm guessing that's why. Oh, no, your energy's on. Your energy's out. Oh, we're probably full on leaves. Yes, cool. Okay, so let's see. If I were to... Just want to figure out how this will look good. Obstructed lies.
Probably right here. Hold on.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yep. Yep. Is it still obstructing? Oh, there it goes.
Nice.
Beautiful.
And then we can put that back, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of cool. You know what? I'm going to leave it off just so it looks good.
I agree. What we could have done here is we could have just put a leadstone energy cell or something there to have this connect to. Or well, that works too if you don't mind running the wires all through there.
Yeah, I think that was good, right?
Oh, you got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that should be hooked up.
Yeah, I've got yeah, that'll work fine.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so loud.
It shouldn't be too loud. There's a muffler there, but it's very loud.
When the leaves get way high like that, yeah, it's really loud.
Yeah, it gets a little loud.
That takes care of that then. I put a
Yeah.
pole here to pull out our second leg, and then
User
we'll
joined your channel.
kind of head them over to the workshop area, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that should be good. I kind of want it to be, like, higher.
Higher? What if we...
I want to go, like, on the top. What I'm thinking is maybe on the top of here.
Okay. On the top of where?
Like, up here.
Oh, okay. Just strap it across the buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want anybody getting electrocuted.
Yeah, that wouldn't be nice. Nobody would come to the workshop anymore.
Think of it like that. It's perfect base defense.
I'm not opposed to if you're running the HV wires that if you like touch the connectors, you get electrocuted blue.
Sure, let me just kill the server with that. Trust me, you don't want me to do that access align stuff. You really don't. I've considered it, but no. It'd just be very, very bad to... Well, basically...
You might obstruct right here. I'll get this out of the way just in case. Oh.
Think of it like that. It's the axis-aligned bounding boxes, which means they have to be on the X and Y axis. But you're dealing with wires that can go diagonal. So you'd have to split that into a tiny little pile of boxes. And then check through all of them.
Oh, you're going to come out of the roof.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Cool,
Fancy.
right?
Do you want to change this out to a solid block?
Maybe.
Oh, okay. There you go.
How's that look, right? And then we can go from there to here, from here to here. And then that over to here, right?
Works for me.
All right.
I picked up a wooden wall mount, by the way. I'll drop it right here.
Okay, cool. See, that looks pretty good, right?
Yeah. Then we just need to get power here, and then
That should be good.
they'll probably do the same thing. Yeah, might as well. Good thing it doesn't rain in the desert.
My only question will be is if I can go through this, but we'll see. If I can't, then I have a plan. If that's not far. Yeah, it's obstructed, right? So let's do this. Let's put this dude here.
Perfect.
Looks good, right? Yeah, that looks awesome.
And we should be getting power. Awesome.
Are we?
I don't know. It was filled up, so.
Oh, it's going. Yeah, it's increasing.
Okay, cool. This took a second. Awesome.
Yeah, that looks good, dude. All right, guys, we're right back. All right, guys. So I think that's a pretty cool power network. So obviously we can continue to hook into this for all the different needs that we'll have throughout the workshop. There will be a large buffer of power inside the main power generation room, which is this one, obviously. So this is a decent power buffer. We'll have like 80 million RF for each chunk of, or trunk, I guess is probably the right word, for each line of power going out, right? So this will kind of go off in this direction. Right now, all it's powering is the tree farm, but some other stuff in the future will probably get powered over here. And then, yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Thank you, Tfox, for your charitable donations to the workshop. Tfox, I think, might have disappeared.
I don't think he minds. He has like 60 million EMC.
I know, he's got all the things. A lot of people on the server here play more often than me, so they always advance far faster just by nature of that's how it works. But that's cool. That's not a problem. I will gladly take their stuff. Oh yeah, that's cool. All right, for now, Darryl20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time. Sauron should be back next episode, and we'll probably either be moving into our new base or at least be laughing at him as he struggles to build our new base. And then I'll continue work on the workshop if that's what needs to happen. All right, guys, take it easy.